guys, welcome to this episode of Storytime where I'm going to talk about why I decided I wasn't going to hide anymore. So if you're interested in this episode, stay tuned. When I started this series, I was very afraid. I didn't feel safe. And these are new things that started to come up. So it was almost like I felt like an imposter because I'm like, okay, I have all these things that I want to teach you guys. I have all these things that I want to talk about. But now I have more things that are coming up. And it's more things that I'm starting to be afraid of. And so it took me over a year because I started gathering things and I started to do it, and then I started changing my mind, and then I made commitments to myself, as you'll see through the other episodes, as I said. And then I was like, I'm not going to do it. And as I started recording, even recording and buying everything, I still had fear. And I decided to say F fear. I decided that I've been doing all the other stuff through fear. And I realized that I was doing everything else because it didn't have anything to do with me. I was finishing the business because I had people watching. I conquered getting through doing it alone when someone was stealing money from me because I was like, I'm going to show them that I could do anything. I came up with things because I'm like, oh no, I came too far. I can't lose it now. So when it was time to do something that my heart desired for me, which was major must-haves, which was starting my podcast, I was scared. I was scared to speak my truth. I was scared to be vulnerable. I was scared to be vulnerable alone without the backing of someone. But yet it still kept calling me, and I knew it's what I had to do. So I pushed past my fear and I came out of hiding, and here I am doing this episode for you. And I just want to talk about you guys learning how to push past fear and how to no matter what, keep going and keep pushing and follow your dreams and follow the things that your heart desires at all costs. And I feel like when you're scared, that means you should do it even more. And I hope that does something for you. If you're scared of anything, of anyone, know that you're protected as well. Know that God protects those that are his children. Know that God protects those that takes care of his children. Because by me being vulnerable and me coming forward and doing this is helping. This is helping people. I'm helping God's children. And that's all we're here on earth to do. We're not here on earth to show off. We're not here on earth to be in competition with anybody. We're not here to see who can get more money. We're here for a purpose. And whether we're rich, poor, whatever, we all have a purpose. And rich to your standards. Rich to you might mean something rich different to me. So the goal is to really push past fear and do what your heart desires and do what makes you happy, because at the end of the day, no one else has to live in your body. No one else has to live your life. So you should do everything that you want to do, even when you're scared. And when you're scared, like I said, do it even more. You know that that's what God wants you to do, because the devil is fear. The devil puts fear in you. God is not fear. God is love. God is success. God is kindness. God is power. God is helping others. Whatever you feel that makes you feel great inside and it's not hurting anyone, and it's especially if it's going to help someone and you feel that in your heart, that's of God, and you should do it. And you should push past your fear, even at the expense of being seen, even at the expense of being vulnerable, even at the expense of everyone not agreeing with it. If that's what your heart desires, and you know it's for a higher purpose, and you know that God put you here on earth to do this thing, I think you should do it. Because trust me, this was very hard. And I'm here today and I did it. And I filmed 11 episodes and it was so scary. It was not easy. And it might look easy. It might look like I just got up and did it and it was so exciting and fun. Yes, there were moments where it was fun. It was moments where I was excited. But 50% of the time I was scared. And right now, talking about it, I'm thinking about being scared. But I'm also thinking about how exciting this is going to be, because someone's going to push past their fear and do something. Because I'm going to inspire you to. Because I'm telling you that I did it. And I'm telling you that you need to be heard. I'm telling you that you need to tell your story. I'm telling you that your story will help someone. Everyone has a story to help somebody. And if God's calling you to do that, if your spirit is calling you to do that, if your soul's calling you to do that, I think you should do it. Do you know how many videos I have watched that has helped me? Do you know how many books I've read that has helped me? What if those books weren't available? What if the Bible wasn't available? What if God wasn't available? There's so many things that's available to us that helps us get past things. And I'm happy for the internet. I'm happy for the person that invented this camera for me to film, and they were probably fearful. They probably risked it all. Some people risk it all for their dream. Some people risk it all to help people. Some people risk it all to just follow their purpose. And I think that we should encourage people more to stop hiding and put themselves out there and be vulnerable, because being vulnerable helps people more than showing off. And honestly, when I do see people with nice things and in cars and pretty clothes and nice workout outfits and jewelry, I am inspired. And I do, that's a purpose too, like when you see those things. But it's in the way that the people are doing it that inspires me. I'm not inspired by like people that are like showing off or acting like they're better than anyone. Like, to me, that's very disappointing. To me, that's very self-centered. To me, that's very new money. Because you don't have to show off or think that you're better than people because you have things or you have money. And sometimes people take their lives because they think that material things or items are more important than love, than being kind. Sometimes people feel like they have nothing to offer if they don't have money. And I want to tell you that you have so much to offer. You have so much to offer this world. Find what's inside of you and share it. Share it with the world. Share it with everyone that you can. Study it. Live in it. Stand in it. Be proud of it. Be proud of yourself. So when you speak and you're sharing your story, or you're sharing something about yourself with a random stranger, You know that you will inspire them, and you know we all inspire people. We are put on this earth to help and inspire people. So please, like, try to make sure that you're walking in your purpose and not trying to put others down, or not trying to make people feel less than because they're not like you or they don't have what you have. I admire people that walk in their power confidently and don't care what people think. It's just so many people that I admire now for so many different reasons. I've always admired people for different things other than material things. Always. All the time. And I've always had a lot of people that wanted to be my friend because of my material items. And a lot of them used to ask me a silly question like, how do you get all the guys with money? And I don't feel like I got the guys with money. I feel like me and my mindset, I've always attracted money, but I've always got guys that I've genuinely connected with. My husband, I feel like I got my husband because we genuinely connected with each other. And he just so happened to be successful. He just so happened to be a provider and a great person. And I feel like I was successful at that time for my age, and I was a great person. And I was a provider. And I was providing for my daughter. Although I had help from a lot of people, because a lot of people helped me with my daughter. A lot of people stepped up and helped me, and people still help me in my life. But what I'm saying is, we have to learn to build genuine connections with people, and it has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with status. And I feel like that's what makes a connection even more powerful. When you meet them and you don't know nothing, you just straight up meet them and get to know them, and it's just nothing. It's no money, we're not discussing anything, just pure vibes and pure getting to know one another. To me though, like, those are the best connections I've ever made, and honestly almost all the connections I've ever made, and all the great people or the good people in my life was just genuine connections. And sometimes you meet people and think they don't have money and they be the ones with the most money. I'm just saying. Moral of the story is, you have to stand in who you are, discover who you are, and do what makes you happy. And I feel like by me doing that helped me discover my purpose. And this might be my purpose for this moment of time. My purpose can change next month. I don't know what it is, but I know that every moment I'm going to live and do the things that I like, and do the things that make me happy, and do the things that my spirit and my heart and I feel like God tells me to do. And I'm going to do that confidently. And I'm not going to care what people think. And I'm not going to hide anymore. And if I want to speak about something, I'm going to speak about it confidently and to the best of my knowledge. And I'm just done hiding. I feel like I've hid long enough, and it's time for me to push past fear. And for the first time, I'm gonna bet it all on me. This time around, I'm gonna do everything that makes Tanya happy. This time around, I'm gonna follow my bliss. I am not going to hide. I don't want to forget to say that. Sometimes I think that there are seasons in our life where it is a hibernation period. And sometimes it is a time for you to... Sometimes I do feel like it's a season in your life where you are supposed to be away and be put up and be away. Because sometimes I think God wants that for us. I think that sometimes it's necessary to go away and then come back out when you're feeling confident. Especially if you're going to be talking to people. Because you do not want to guide people in the wrong direction. And you want to feel a knowing and a confidence of the things that you're saying and about yourself, and not second guess yourself when you're doing things. So sometimes it is a necessary period for you to be away. I called it hiding because I figured out that when it was time to come out, and it was plenty of times that I was supposed to start filming, I was like, I want to hide. When it was time for me to go out or do certain things, I was like, oh, I don't want to be seen. And I still don't want to be out. I still don't desire to do that. But this was a part of my purpose, and this was a part of me doing what God wanted me to do and what my heart was calling me to do. So I had to be seen. I had to show my face. And maybe eventually my podcast could go on in the future and I don't have to show my face. I could just use my voice. Either way, it's me and I'm being seen. And in order for me to be seen, and in order for me to follow my purpose, and in order for me to do what my heart desires at the moment, I can't hide. And I hope this episode inspires you to stop hiding. And if your heart is craving something, I hope that you come out of it and you just get it done and you do it. So that's it for this episode of Storytime. I will see you guys on the next episode, and leave some comments below to let me know if there's some ideas or some story times that you want me to talk about, or something that you want me to address, or you think you want my advice on, maybe. If you think I'm qualified. Because if I'm not qualified, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to give you advice about it. Seriously, I'm not. But I will try to the best of my ability to share some of my experiences, because I feel like I've been through a lot. I feel like I have a lot of experience in life. I just do. So anyways, see you guys on the next episode of Storytime. I'm not hiding. I'm not hiding. I'm not. Can you see me? Am I clear to you? Picture me rolling.